Welcome back to World Information HD, where history, rarity, and the hidden treasures of American coinage come alive. Today, we are diving deep into a fascinating chapter in numismatic history, the story of the 1942 Denver Mint Lincoln wheat penny. At first glance, it looks like an ordinary 1-cent coin, but beneath its copper surface lies a history tied to war, scarcity, and the pursuit of collectors who seek rare treasures worth far more than their humble face value. The Lincoln cent, often called the wheat penny for the iconic wheat stalks gracing its reverse, has been part of American life for generations. Introduced in 1909 to celebrate the centennial of Abraham Lincoln's birth, this coin was more than just currency. It was a tribute to one of the nation's most beloved presidents. For decades, Americans used these pennies in their daily lives, never realizing that some would one day become prized collectibles. The 1942 Denver wheat penny is one of those pieces. To fully appreciate why this coin has captured the attention of numismatists, we must rewind the clock to the early 1940s. America was emerging from the shadows of the Great Depression and was now deeply entangled in World War II. Every aspect of American society was touched by the war effort, and coin production at the U.S. Mint was no exception. The Denver Mint, located in Colorado, was one of the key facilities producing coins for circulation. By 1942, the Mint was operating at full capacity to meet the demands of a growing economy that required billions of coins in circulation. While the Philadelphia Mint produced the largest number of Lincoln cents, the Denver Mint added its own contribution to the nation's coin supply. The D Mint mark, stamped just below the date, set these coins apart from those minted in Philadelphia and San Francisco. What makes the 1942 D wheat penny fascinating is not simply its age, but the context in which it was struck. During World War II, copper was a critical material needed for ammunition, shell casings, and military equipment. The government began to experiment with alternatives, and just 1 year later, in 1943, the Mint would produce the now famous steel cents to conserve copper for the war effort. Thus, the 1942 Denver cent represents the last full year before America shifted its coinage materials. It's a coin born in the shadow of dramatic change. Collectors often see the 1942 D penny as a bridge between two eras. On one side, the long tradition of copper cents, and on the other, the experimentation with steel and zinc that marked wartime coinage. This historical significance alone makes it attractive to collectors, but rarity and condition push it even further into the realm of valuable treasures. Let us take a closer look at the design details. On the obverse, you'll see the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. His initials, discreetly placed on the reverse near the rim, became a symbol of one of America's longest-running coin designs. The reverse shows two wheat stalks flanking the denomination, United States of America, boldly inscribed in the center, and the motto E Pluribus Unum above. It's a simple yet powerful design, one that millions of Americans carried in their pockets, purses, and coin jars for decades. But not all 1942 D pennies are equal. This is where the story becomes truly intriguing. You see, the condition of a coin determines its value, and with the 1942 D penny, the difference between a well-worn example and a gem-quality specimen is staggering. Coins that circulated heavily, showing scratches, wear, and discoloration, may only be worth a few cents over face value to collectors. But those rare examples that survived in pristine, uncirculated condition are the ones that command the highest premiums. Imagine for a moment a coin that slipped through the cracks of circulation. Perhaps it was tucked away in a drawer, saved by a cautious hand during wartime uncertainty, or stored in a bank envelope as part of someone's savings. Decades later, that untouched coin reemerges, gleaming with its original luster. Such finds are the holy grail for collectors, and the 1942 D penny is no exception. Errors also add to the mystique of this coin. The Denver Mint, like other facilities, occasionally produced coins with striking mistakes, off-center strikes, doubled dies, and repunched mint marks. These errors were rare, and each unique flaw makes the coin even more desirable. For instance, some 1942 D pennies feature a repunched D, where the mint mark appears doubled from an imprecise strike. Collectors prize these small anomalies because they tell a story of the minting process itself, capturing a human error in an otherwise mechanical operation. Beyond errors, the grading scale used by numismatists also plays a crucial role in determining value. A coin graded in mint state, MS, condition, especially one certified by professional grading services, can attract fierce bidding wars at auctions. With sharp details, clean surfaces, and brilliant color, a mint state 1942 penny stands as a testament to craftsmanship and preservation. Now, let us step back and consider the broader picture. Why does a humble penny command so much interest? Part of the allure lies in nostalgia. Many collectors began their journey by finding wheat pennies in circulation, sparking curiosity about the history behind them. The 1942 penny, tied so closely to the wartime era, resonates with history enthusiasts as much as it does with numismatists. Each coin becomes a tiny time capsule, a link to the lives of those who used it during a turbulent period in American history. The hunt for such coins is also deeply thrilling. Coin collectors often describe the joy of searching through rolls of pennies, hoping to find a wheat cent, a rare date, or an era variety. When they stumble upon a 1942 in excellent condition, it feels like unearthing buried treasure. This emotional connection fuels demand and, in turn, increases value. Auction houses and private sales have witnessed remarkable bids for this coin in top condition. Stories circulate of collectors competing passionately to secure a near-perfect specimen, driving prices upward. These tales of extraordinary value encourage even casual hobbyists to examine their change jars, just in case they too hold a piece of history. To truly understand the significance of the 1942 penny, picture America in that year. Families were rationing food, young men were heading overseas to serve, and industries were transforming to support the war. In such a climate, even a penny held meaning. It could buy small necessities, it could be saved for the future, and it represented trust in a nation at war. When you hold one of these coins today, you are holding a fragment of that history. Every nick, every mark on a circulated example tells a story. Perhaps it passed through the hands of a soldier's family back home, a child saving up for candy, or a worker contributing to the war bond effort. The uncirculated examples, on the other hand, stand as symbols of preservation, coins that escape the wear of time, waiting decades to be rediscovered. Numismatics, at its core, is about more than money. It's about history, art, and the human experience captured in metal. The 1942 wheat penny embodies all of these elements. Its connection to Abraham Lincoln, its place in World War II history, and its enduring design all combine to make it a coin worth far more than its denomination. And now, after exploring its origins, design, errors, and significance, we arrive at the question that excites collectors and casual viewers alike: what is the true value of this coin? While most examples in circulated condition may fetch modest amounts, those pristine, mint-state treasures, the ones with impeccable preservation and sometimes even era varieties, can reach staggering heights at auction. In fact, the record value achieved for a 1942 wheat penny in such exceptional condition was an astounding $48,576.